16 years old, Mary Stuart O'Donnell, daughter of Rory O'Donnell, heir of Tyrconnell, Mary's maid Anne Ben Hannah, and Dalta go Gala are ready to escape the continent and make their way to Flanders.
Come on, why are you helping us? How did the daughter of a Gaelic Earl, who was educated in England, end up getting involved in this rebellion?
I think I got my strength from my mother, Bridget. She was only 16 when she married my father, Rory O'Donnell. My mum was heavily pregnant with me when my father fled with my brother Hugh. She was very distressed and she felt abandoned, but she never saw him again, and so she decided to make a new life for herself. I got fed up of everyone telling me what to do and who to marry, so that's why I decided to help the Irish to be part of this rebellion.
Brother, it's so good to see you.
Mary, it's good to see you too. Pope Urban VIII has sent you his blessing. Here's some clothes.
Thank you, that's so good to hear. It was hard to get here from London, but I'm so glad I got to meet you for the first time.
I think I've found someone that you can marry.
Delta, it's time to go. I hear it's sunny in Rome. Can I come? Yes, can I take my coat?
Mary fled to Italy with Dalta, married him and had a son. Dalta was killed in a battle in Austria while Mary was last heard of in 1639. Bridget died at the age of 90, making her the oldest person associated with the flight.
Nuala O'Donnell, sister of Cahir and Rory, fled Ireland with the Earls. She was no longer married and had no children. Nuala and her brothers had to move on to Rome after fleeing to Louvain and leaving the children from the group behind in Louvain. They had a miserable time in Rome. Nuala was eager to return to the children in Flanders, so she wrote to King Philip III for permission. A message from King Philip III.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Rose, Nuala's sister-in-law, was not granted permission to travel to Louvain, but she missed her children so much she disobeyed her orders and travelled alone. Nuala and Rose found it hard to cope with the loss of Rory and Cahir, who died in Rome. They both longed to be home in Ireland.
Still can't believe they're gone.
I know, I miss my husband so much.
I miss my brothers.
I wish I never left Ireland. I need to go back to my country.
I don't think we'll ever get back. One day when the group was in Rome, they decided they would go to the beach to escape the heat in the city. Little did they know this decision would prove to be deadly. The beach turned out to be a mosquito-ridden marshland. Within 4 days, the two young lords developed a violent fever which would prove to be fatal.
What's that awful smell?
Let's get out of here.
Oh, will I ever see my homeland again? Over the hills of my beloved Tyrconnell. Am I to die in a foreign land?
What will the future hold for us?
I'll be back in Ireland.
I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. You're such a good friend to me, and you've always been by my side.
How did it come to this?
I don't know. I didn't want to leave my homeland.
I had to leave behind my 5-year-old son, Con. I missed him so much. On the way to Rathmullan, I felt exhausted. I fell off my horse and it was really painful. I opened my eyes and saw the terrifying sight of my husband, Hugh, pointing his sword at me. He told me to get back on my horse and put a smile on my face. My servants rushed to help me up. I was so devastated. I had no choice but to go, even though I didn't want to.
It's been so difficult for me.
Difficult? What do you mean difficult? You haven't had it as bad as me.
How dare you speak to me like that?
You have enjoyed a life of privilege, and your children are probably well looked after. My life has been so difficult.
I married a farmer when I was only 16 years old. I had 10 children, but only 4 lived. I lost some children in labour, but others died of hunger and disease. Each death devastated my whole family. I had to work as a servant because the farm didn't make enough money. I didn't join the fleet by choice. I came as a loyal servant.
They were different situations, but we both had a difficult time.
I guess that was true. I'm sorry how I spoke to you earlier.
Women have been sidetracked in this story. It's time we change that. Do you think we'll ever get home?
I hope so. Do you think our children will remember us?
I hope so.
Catherine never returned to Ireland and died in 1619.
After her death, Mary returned to Ireland. Mary was reunited with her family and died 10 years later in 1629.